Hello, this is a pop culture curator, and today I want to talk about superhero movie fatigue. This spring and summer of 2025 has been a big time for superhero movies and TV releases on Disney Plus. We have seen Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Superman, Daredevil Born Again, Ironheart, and we've seen Captain America Brave New World hit Disney Plus in late May of this year. That we get our usual bit from the media about superhero movies being fatigued and that no one wants to see them. Personally, I'm going to watch every single one of them, but that's just me. I do understand where people come from. However, I think a big part of it has been the amount of past couple of projects that have kind of plummeted. For DC, you got a really tough past to deal with. You got the entire of the Snyderverse, which is very, very mixed emotions and opinions. Most people don't like it. I think a couple of the movies were okay to me. Most of them, not that great. Don't really feel like rewatching them. There's no rewatch factor for me in those. And for Marvel, you've had the ups and downs of 2020 basically to this year. So, it's just a tough time for those movies to perform well. And they don't perform well or as well in the United States as they should when it comes to ticket sales. For instance, with a budget of $200 million, Fantastic Four First Steps only made about $118 million in the United States. Now, they did globally meet their budget and surpass that budget, earning around $216 million. But it goes to show that there might be some sort of fatigue. I do know, week one, that's when most of the real big Marvel fans go see the movies. Same for DC fans, Star Wars fans, every, big fan of those groups will go see those movies week one of the release, right? So that's where you see that decline is after the first week. They get a lot of good sales, and then it goes down after that because that's when all the people who will decide to not watch it and wait for it to come on to Disney Plus, where it will be free for them to watch with the subscription service they've already been paying for since 2020 for some people. Some people even cancel Disney Plus and reopen it under free trial just to watch one thing, and then they cancel it again, which goes to show that there is some sort of fatigue there. However, I do not see the same trend with Superman, which surpassed $300 million in the U.S. box office, which is really, really good. Said that the Superman movie had a budget of $225 million, which they already surpassed their budget with just their U.S. earnings alone. I think the reason for this is because unlike the Marvel movies, Superman and other DC films don't have a streaming service that is guaranteed to put the movies on. And there's no set time. Usually a Marvel movie will get put on Disney Plus 3 months or 4 months after it comes out. And when you have a casual Marvel fan or casual movie goer see that Marvel has had ups and downs and they don't really want to go spend money on a ticket, they'll see, I'll just wait 3 or 4 months. It's this, from the trailers, they can tell if it's a story they really want to see or not. And so movies like Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars shouldn't experience this because I feel like a lot more people will go see them just because of the Avengers title. But movies like Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, for instance, will experience this. Now, this poses an interesting question for future projects from Marvel that will cost them more money than these two previous releases. Will they be able to meet budget even though the U.S. box office seems to underperform for every release? Let me just state that the underperformance in the box office doesn't mean these movies aren't great. They're great movies that I feel like people should see in theaters. And I feel like if we were watching them release, say, pre-Endgame, pre-Disney Plus, people would be seeing in theaters and the box office would be performing much better. I haven't had as much fun watching a Marvel project as I have for the past 3 Marvel films, so I hope that even though the past couple haven't performed as they should have in the box office, that people will still appreciate them when they come to Disney Plus or how they are released on digital. This is also not to say that Superman didn't deserve the love it got. It definitely did. It was a good movie, and it made me excited to see DC films again, which I haven't felt like that in a while. So it's good. It's good vibes coming from superhero movies for me. I know a lot of people are experiencing fatigue for these movies, and I understand. If you're the average moviegoer, I could understand, but I feel like there's a lot of movies coming out right now. I'd like to, turn the attention of the media for a second, because everyone in the media thinks that superhero fatigue is real and that we don't want to see these movies, which I don't know where that comes from. But, for example, I want to talk about this Variety article by Tatiana Siegel, which I think how you pronounce that last name. Probably butchered that. That's okay, though. Called Marvel's Next Moves, Black Panther 3 and Young X-Men cast to keep the cost down, Blade and Deadpool 4 are lower priorities. Now, there is no problem with this article, in my opinion. It simply talks about the ups and downs that superhero films are going through right now, especially in the Marvel sphere, right? However, my problem with the article, and this is nothing towards the author of the article, I have no problem with them personally. All credit goes to them for writing this article. It is a pretty good article, other than this one paragraph here. And I'm going to sound like a major glazer, so get ready. For superhero watchers, good is the new great, which already is a, depressing statement, because that just shows that we have to lower the bar of expectation, which is kind of true. However, we have to lower the bar of expectation already. And it says, as the genre finds its footing after a cold streak that included recent Marvel misfires, Thunderbolts and The Marvels, as well as a batch of duds from DC that predated the James Gunn, Pete Safran regime. Okay. Here's my problem with that directly right there. Thunderbolts being a misfire and listing that with the Marvels. Now, I'm not talking about the Marvels at all right now. I'm talking about specifically calling Thunderbolts a misfire. It misfired in the box office, sure. However, to call that movie a misfire after saying the statement that you said previously kind of points me towards that you think that Thunderbolts was not a good movie. Now, you're entitled to your opinion. However, I can't get behind it. I don't understand it. Now, reading on, it says that this is actually the opinion of Sean Robbins, the director of movie analytics and Fandango, and founder of the Box Office Theory. He says that he thinks as an industry we've become very obsessed with opening weekend results, which I agree with. So, that shows that you can agree and disagree and not kill each other on the internet. Also, this guy looks like a very nice guy, so no hate towards him. That's just his opinion. Doesn't mean I understand it, though, because I don't. Alright, that's enough glaze from me. Go watch Thunderbolts when it comes out on Disney Plus if you haven't. Please! Well, that is it for today, guys. Let me know in the comments how you feel about superhero movie fatigue. Are you experiencing it? Do you wish that these movies would be put on streaming faster? What do you think? If you enjoyed this video, please do consider subscribing, and have an amazing day.